Good day, family and friends. Hamane Shamari is Labangane. My name is Desire Pepe. I go by the pseudonym Chavulani. Yes, as you can see today, I would like to showcase, this wonderful tree. In fact, it's indigenous here in Africa. This is an Amarula tree. As you can see it. I would like to enlighten you more about in Amarula, in its benefits. As you can see, it has its scraps or peels peeled away, and especially downwards, and it happens, in Amarula peels. It's an, it happens to be it works as in laxative, and as you can see, it is peeled from downwards, and it's gone. As you can see, it is peeled from downwards, and it has to be because, like to like to elongate is the tree, it has to be peeled from downwards, not upwards. If it's peeled upwards, it will shorten like the lifespan of the tree, and as it were, and from here. And it happens when it's peels, as I've said, that it happens to be works as in laxative, and you can take its pills and you can soak it on the water, for like certain time. Then thereafter, you can use it then as a laxative. Yes, I'll showcase another benefit of an Amarula tree. Yes, as you can see, this is an Amarula fruit. For we're fortunate, we came on a season of it being fruitful. Amarula is a perennial tree. It means it only produces its fruits like once a year. And this is an Amarula fruit. When it's unripe, it's as it is unripe right now. It becomes green. Yes, as you can see, it's green. Then when it happens, when it's ripe, it will be like yellow or creamish color. Yes, and it happens, as you know it. Amarula is an extract of the Amarula alcohol, and it happens they extract the juice, and they brew it, and then they come out with an Amarula tree, then sorry, an Amarula alcohol, and Amarula. It happens also. There is a home brewed, like alcohol. It's called umkumbi, and it's traditional made, and as you know, it's very tasty, like yes, and and umkumbi is not like umkumbi as in a sheep. You have to bear in mind, to some they can confuse it with as with an umkumbi as in a sheep. No, this is not it's not in sheep, but in home brewed, like alcohol. And it happens Amarula when it's ripe. You can peel its you can peel it, and you can suck its juice. It's very succulent and tasty. Yes, and speaking of Amarula being ripe and being creamish, in color, it reminded me, of songs of Solomon, and Solomon was inferring, to the Queen of Sheba. As you know it, Queen of Sheba was the Queen of Ethiopia, and she was black, like me. As you know it, black is bold and beautiful, and Queen of Sheba, was remarking, saying a statement, to the daughters of Israel. She said something like, do not laugh at me, you daughters of Israel, because of my dark skin. I've been tanned because of sun, and I remember Solomon further, said, that oh, how beautiful are you, my queen, in the ivory towers, and which also makes me, like to, like as it were, like to dissect, that, ivory, and as it were, in fact, piano fortes, keys are made of ivory, especially those prized ones, and as you know it, ivory is an elephant tusk, like an horn, and it's very precious and prized, even though, there are poachers, we're aware of that, and we do not encourage people to poach, and people have to consider like preserving, fauna and flora, especially, for our future, for our children, like to learn, and etc., etc. And also I'll show you another benefit of Amarula tree. Yes, during my early childhood, like my teen years, we could like take like an Amarula stone, and seed, and it happens, after, when the ones that are overripe, they fall from the tree, and it happens the goats and the sheep and the legs, they come and they eat in Amarula fruit, the ones that have fallen, and it happens they chew cud, and it happens in the stable or in the kraal, they spit, these seeds, and they'll be like this, and especially when they are still tender, you can just take the seed stone, from the stable, and you can find a considerable bigger stone a little bit, and you can put a seed stone like this, like vertically, and you can find a considerable small stone, and you can like hit on the seed stone like this, and it happens when it breaks, and there is an inner seed, it will be white in color and sometimes cream, and you can eat those, it's very tasty and succulent, and which made me to reminisce that, what, one of these days I have to like invent my own muesli, as you know it, muesli is very expensive, and as you know it, it contains, its contents is of dried seeds and dried fruits, and the likes, and mostly it's very tasty, and it has a lot of healthy benefits, and one of these days I will invent my own mostly here in Africa, and you know what, you people don't steal my idea, otherwise I will find, that I'll discover that people have invented a new mostly, and it's on the shelves and selling, and otherwise, that's it for now. Otherwise, say God bless you. Thank you. Goodbye.